Hey, I'm Walt, and I'm back with another segment on my Waltology page. And today we're going to talk about why do we still donate to Dr. Umar Johnson? But it's not just Dr. Umar Johnson, it's anyone who provides us basically nothing. All right. You got a guy like Dr. Umar Johnson, very great orator, very charismatic, and he sells you a dream. And we have to be honest with ourselves as people, especially black people, right? Who the majority of their donors and supporters are going to be. A lot of us grew up in the church, right? Our grandparents, our parents, our great grandparents took us to church, embedded the Christian Baptist church experience into us, right? And one of the things that we, on a conscious and subconscious level, was exposed to was the preacher effect. The preacher effect, in my opinion, is a pastor going up on a stage or a pulpit and they're saying everything we want to hear, saying things passionately. They talk about prosperity, right? And what do economically depressed black people want to hear? Prosperity. So they will say all the things you want to hear, hype you up, and the next thing you know, you're giving them all your money. You can only afford $3 or $4, but you're giving them 20. And this is what Dr. Umar Johnson and a lot of people that follow in his path does. They give us that preacher effect, right? And another thing is we want something to believe in, right? As a people, we have been deprived for so long of a leader, right? If you go back and you look at the Martin Luther Kings of the world, the Malcolm X's of the world, right? We never had that leader, right? Malcolm X was a great orator. Martin Luther King became a great orator. So we are attracted to great orators and we want that leadership, right? So we can get manipulated and fall into a state of delusion when a guy like Dr. Umar Johnson come around and he promises us a school for the boys, but he never, ever delivers because that's what we want to hear. That's what we want to see. But if we really take a step back and ask ourselves, the money that we donate to these individuals, we could do our own crowdfunding. We could support initiatives within our own community that we can see instant progress in, right? Every last one of us, if we look in through our communities, there is talent right there in that community that all they need is financial resources. And there are definitely financial resources in our community, right? I've sat and listened to Instagram lives with Dr. Umar Johnson where people are donating hundreds of dollars at a time, for the FDMG Academy, which has not had a opening date or hired any teachers or administrators. The Shockumentary, this new venture he's grabbing money from us from, and we could take that money and give it to someone who's opening a business, somebody with a business plan, somebody with a vision, something that we know will happen and can happen, right? Something that makes sense, right? We could take that money and invest in blue chip stocks, something that if you look at historically, especially right now when the market is low, we can get great return because historically it shows us that the market will go up and down, have its peaks and valleys, but it always bounces back. So many great things that we could do with that money, but we get stuck on the words, the presentation of a man or a woman. All right. And this is something that we need to do away with, right? We need to do better. All right. I'm Walt. This is another segment of Waltology. Let me know what you think. Are we wasting our money on the Dr. Umars of the world? Are they not producing anything for us? And can that money be better served in the community where we see and deal with people every single day that can impact the community right away?